Welcome back to another rendition of Floral Foolishness.
Sports. Sports.
Sports.
Exactly.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
Tomaton would turn on and be like, Apple, Apple, everybody eat apple, everybody eat apple.
You get that natural energy boost.
Natural vitamins.
You get the vitamins A, B, C, D. Yeah, so this isn't a metal show.
Not anymore.
Well, maybe it is now. I don't know.
Maybe it was before. We just never knew it this whole time.
The thing we always loved was always going to come to the
No
surface.
wonder why we failed for a season and 3 episodes at this point.
By what metrics? I had fun. That was my only metric.
Oh, we both did by the metrics of anybody that wasn't you and me. By our standards, we fucking killed it.
There are 12 people on this planet who tune into this show religiously,
Well,
and
it's like
one of
half the
them
people
knows
on
about.
Earth, so we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Nana McChesney, if you're listening, God bless
Nana
you.
loves her some metal. She's a big Megadeth fan.
Nana strikes me as the person who would love Megadeth, but not Mitch Mustaine. Just, I, I don't know.
Nana strikes me as the type of person who'd be like, I really love these songs, but I don't like the messages that they stand for. I just wish there was some good, wholesome metal in this world. You go down to the grocery and you help the old lady cross the street.
It's a civil servant's life.
Pay your taxes all the time now. Pay your taxes all the time now.
I do my registration a month early. So, anyways, yeah, it's well past island time, and well past 5 o'clock, as you could tell, here on Floral Foolishness, the worldwide leader of very bad metal renditions as well as dumbass sports news.
Yeah, just that today.
Yeah. We never talked about doing metal, but it just sort of happened.
The metal always just happens. Nobody ever talks
Yeah,
about doing it.
yeah.
You know what's not metal? Talking about doing metal.
Yeah, unless you're trying to destroy the metal, because that's a lot less metal. So fuck you. Jack Black will find you.
You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm. 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 Anyway, so let's get back onto our very loose parameters of a topics. So first time tuning in, welcome. We love you already. Please stay with us forever. We're going to debate current topics inside the world of sports and outside, and they're going to be very, very stupid at many times. They're going to be very, very ridiculous at times. And boy, howdy, do we have a dumb one in store for you, all
Yep.
while rocking the crunchy island vibe. And I think this is the first time we've done Liverpool and Everton.
Yeah, same city, different teams. Go fuck yourself.
Oh man, how's that bottom of the table looking? I mean, you're above
Couldn't tell you
relegation.
we're 15. Fuck off.
Still in the blast radius, though. Still in the blast radius.
Have
Um,
you seen the bottom of blast radius? No, we are not.
yeah, I have seen the bottom of the blast radius, and yeah, you do have a very good point there. Yeah, Southampton and fucking Wolves, and oh my
And
god,
Ipswich, yeah.
oh yeah. Okay, I think we could both agree that Ipswich Town needs to be relegated at least 2 leagues, at
Yeah,
least.
no, Ipswich shouldn't have been in the Premier League to begin with. How they won the championship, I don't know. But that must have been a down year because Ipswich never should have been in the Premiership to begin with, or the Premier League to begin with.
No matter how many tens of doubloons Ed Sheeran gives them. Anyways, so we rock crunchy Island Vine. I am Stoczy. He is Dragon Wrangler. We normally start off with opening statements, which is just talking about whatever the fuck we want to do or talk about. And so let's go with Everton's favorite son, the Dragon Wrangler. What you got?
All right, so Charles Huff is the head coach at Marshall University for the Foosballs. He came out and talked about the biggest locker room issue that he ran into last year, which surprisingly was not the NIL or social media. I'm going to go ahead and give you three guesses. Do you want to take a guess of what it might be that he feels the biggest locker room issue was last year?
At Marshall? The transfer portal.
Nope. Good guess. Nope.
Hmm.
Far stupider.
Far stupider. SAT scores.
They don't have those at Marshall. Bad guess. Randy Moss went there. Go on.
Damn it. Uh, um, I got one more. Just West Virginia students in general.
Also a good guess, but no, that's who they party and drink the moonshine with. According to Coach Charles Huff, the biggest locker room issue that he ran into last season was his players complaining about their ratings on College Football 25. Some even came to his office to complain about their quote, low ratings. Now, first off, you go to Marshall. How fucking high do you expect your rating to begin with? You go to fucking Marshall. Secondly, I just want to know what you think the end result is by going to coach's office to bitch about your low rating. Oh, hey, I go to Marshall. I'm a third string kicker. They ranked me at 53. What do you think's going to happen? Fucking Charles Huff's going to call EA and be like, hey, my third string kicker should be a 99, but he's still not good enough to start for me? The fuck? What's the end resolution to this? What's the fucking end game?
Um, so I'm going to add one more caveat to this. What was the coach's name again? Huff?
Charles Huff.
Charles. So Chucky Huffs. Chucky Huff.
Chucky Hoofs.
So good old Charles Entertainment Huffs. Um, his biggest personal problem is that most people still identify Marshall's coach with Matthew McConaughey. So, so when he comes out and introduces himself, I mean, how many times does he go to a recruit's house and some like drunk stepdad's like, all right, all right, all right, Red Book. I don't know what that means. I just saw the movie a long
I like the fact that you think that Marshall's recruiting anybody who's ever seen Matthew McConaughey.
well, I
Uh,
mean, come on, they're in West Virginia. They're like, hey, West Virginia's like the Texas of West Virginia, if you know what I mean. All right, all right, all right.
I just went down to my local Blockbuster. I got that movie talking about Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right, all right. Point number two. I think politics are stupid, and obviously I stand by the fact that politics are fucking stupid. The new 2028 Democratic primary poll in seventh place, Stephen A. Smith with 2% of the vote. There is a
2%.
legitimate chance that Stephen A. Smith might actually fucking get nominated as a presidential candidate in 2028. Um, this isn't me saying that Trump's a good or a bad president. Trump, who had no political experience getting elected, was the start of the end. But the fact that fucking Stephen A. Smith, who isn't even trying to run, has 2% of the vote, there's fucking issues there.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, my opening statement was going to be like for the first time in like a year, I agreed with something that Stephen A. Smith said.
Well,
Um,
fire away. That might be your new president 4 years from now.
so Mr. A. Smith, your VP's talking to you right now. I'll at your boy, I guess. um, no, it's going to be like someone off the wall, like Callan Cowherd or some shit. I don't know. Um,
Fucking what's her name? Joy Taylor?
oh god, we are not going there this episode. Holy shit. No, so I was watching Sports Center earlier today because well, not Sports Center, whatever that
First take.
yeah, that's it, first take. And, they're all down in New Orleans talking about the induction. So the serious part of my opening statement is Sterling Sharp, not too little too late, but far fucking too late, but he's in. Finally, he's fucking in. Well fucking deserved young man, even
This
though
was
he's much older
also
than me.
This was
Go.
also the smallest Hall of Fame class in a very long time, which is weird to me because I feel like there's no shortage of people to go in.
It was what, 16 years?
Something like that. And four made it, which is the smallest in 16 years. And don't get me wrong, all four of them are very deserving, but I'm just like, it's not like in the past, however many years, that many good players haven't retired.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is true, but I do want to talk about one that ESPN and Mike Greenberg in particular won't shut the fuck up about. Is Eli Manning not being a first ballot Hall of Famer. We're talking about a quarterback who, throughout his 16-year career, not one time was a starter for the All NFL squad for the
Well,
NFC. Not
well,
one fucking time.
I mean, by that standard, fucking Pro Bowls, Tyron Huntley, or whatever the fuck his name is, and now Drake
Tyler
May
Huntley.
made a Pro Bowl. Like, I don't know how much all NFL means when Pro Bowl teams are what they are.
You know how many Pro Bowls Eli Manning made? Four. Oh, is
Oh,
it three?
three was my guess. No, it's probably four. I think you know better than me. That was just my guess. But
Oh, yeah, you were close. I mean, for a guess, yeah. Eli Manning had a he was so Jekyll and Hyde on the field. Like, so ESPN collectively freaking out about why isn't Eli Manning first ballot Hall of Fame? Like, you see, he's Peyton Manning's brother, and you see Manning. Yeah, like, shut the fuck up about that. If you look at the stats, okay, yeah, during his like two of maybe his 4 seasons of going like maybe I need to do football for once. Okay, he had two really good fucking seasons when he won a Super Bowl and won the MVP for the Super Bowl, even though one of them was like, okay, we're kind of pandering here.
But Eli to me is just another one of 15 quarterbacks who like had a really good defense, and so they looked better because of it. Like talk about like a Trent Dilfer, talk about a Joe Flacco, talk about like a Mark Sanchez. Like to me, Eli's a slightly better version of them because
Mm-hmm.
he got it done when they couldn't. But for
Mm-hmm.
all intents and purposes, essentially the same player.
He is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Stephen A. Smith made the point, like a lot of those points that I made before. And he says he's a Hall of Famer, but he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. So let's all collectively calm the fuck
Counterpoint.
down.
If he'd played for the Cowboys with the exact same stat line, Stephen A. Smith would have said he's the greatest Hall of Famer. So I don't know how much I really want to listen to Stephen A. Smith here.
This is very true. Yeah. I mean, being from the Giants, I'm sure it had no like
No
bearing on
bias whatsoever.
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, not any whatsoever. Gary Neville. Yeah, you want to talk about that Tottenham Liverpool Carabao Cup matchup again there, bud? Yeah, nice one.
Hey,
Got him. Fuck you, Gary.
got him.
Um anyways, so I just found it weird today that for one time in my life I agreed with Stephen A. Smith in that Eli Manning is going to be a Hall of Famer one day. It's probably still going to be a couple, like, I would think at least 2 cycles away, but he's not first ballot. There's no way in hell.
I just have an issue with the fact that Stephen A. Smith hits on Molly Karim every day. And don't get me wrong, she is fucking gorgeous, but like, dude, do it in a less creepy, like more subtle kind of way. Don't just fucking blatantly do it in front of everybody.
Yeah, I don't agree with that part. I want to make that very clear right now. I don't agree with that part at all.
Hey, life
Ooh.
happens.
Life does happen. Sometimes life happens a little bit quickly for some.
That's
Let's
so true.
let's go
So
ahead and get into our first topic
let's
here.
do.
Um, so
Life did happen pretty quickly.
it did. There was so much going on. So the whitest guy you know,
So
Logan
scary.
Thompson.
Got two white names.
Just because okay, like I know the Bruins enough, but like everyone outside of that, it's like I don't know. And I saw the name of Logan Thompson. Yes, Logan Thompson is having a career year for the Capitals,
Really
unfortunately.
is.
Um,
Fortunately
one,
for the East, but yeah.
yeah, 27-year-old dipshit netminder. Acquired this offseason from Los Golden Knights, has posted a career best 2.18 goals against average and a 923 save percentage, both good enough for third in the NHL, which is awesome, which is what I wanted Swayman to do. But he's number one in one category, and that's most goals allowed this season. Fuck you, Swayman. Did I say that out loud? As the Capitals have 77 points, second only to Winnipeg, whose goalie, Connor Hellebuyck.
Hellebuck, I just wanted to hear you say it.
I
Yep.
love
Yep.
Lamp, is on his way to winning the Vizina.
Vezina. Yep.
Yep. Like I said, folks, I follow one team. I don't give a shit about awards. I just want Swayman to not suck for
That
once.
team weirdly doesn't give a shit about awards either. For how successful they've been, they haven't won very many Hart trophies or Vezinas.
No, they have not. So in a game against the Oilers, Logan Thompson had another first in his career, not the one that you really want to have in mind here.
Another one you expect. No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Roughly AARP spokesboy, 103 years young motherfucker, Corey Perry. He remembers the Great War, as the
Uh,
youth called
Dude,
it back then.
he remembers the first recession.
World War I was before the Great Recession. Fuck. We can't even get history right. I love this show.
Overrated.
He's he's
He's Canadian. They've had no wars nor recessions there. Go on.
what? Yes, they okay. Yeah, so we don't know Canada either, barely. So okay, so old motherfucker Corey Perry.
Yeah,
He's
literal motherfucker. Let's go. He's not a
yeah,
Blackhawk anymore.
he's doing the skating, the icicle skating down the ice, shoots and scores. 103 years old, yeah, fantastic. He's like 40 some odd or something. Anyways,
40, 41. Yeah, he's old as shit for NHL standards.
yeah, he is not 27. We'll put it that way. Immediate protest comes from Thompson and the Caps. Well, if this happened to you before, let's just raise our hands now. A tray of nachos was thrown on the ice that Thompson claims distracted him. Been there.
Yep.
NHL rules state that, quote, play should be stopped if something is thrown on the ice that interferes with play, unquote. So, are you buying that this goal should have been disallowed? Is the first part of the question. And then the second part, which I think we'll have more fun with, is how else are you going to distract an opposing goalie than delicious nachos, which those nachos look pretty fucking plain. So don't just go with, we're going
Yeah.
to make them loaded.
There wasn't even jalapenos on them. There was
Yeah.
just cheese.
It was like the whitest people nachos I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
So
I didn't even finish them. They're too spicy.
whoa, this melty cheese, I think they put pepper in it. Wow.
Somebody called this queso. I can't eat this now.
Queso. Oh god. I got
Gentleman just came down and handed me a Tecate beer and then put queso on my nachos. However, am I supposed to enjoy this hockey game on ice?
he, he leans over to the person next to him. He's like, uncultured. Um, uh, okay, so let's
Costa Rica.
This summer I'm going to the Dominican Republic.
I hope their nachos aren't so spicy.
Oh my Jesus, I've never been so far away from the United States. Someone in the Dominican Republic is going to tell him a little secret there. They're part of the US. It's going to blow his mind.
I almost had to get a real passport. My passport card almost didn't get me through the border.
It's not a passport, sir. We just need to see your ID. I want my stamp. Do you have a stamp here? I'm here for the stamp, Mr. Dominican Republic guy.
Does this stamp also get me the unlimited drinks, or is that a different stamp?
Oh god, I guess I shouldn't talk. I go to sandals all the time. God damn it. Anyway, so let's get on with the topic that we might get serious with for a second. So are you buying that this goal should have been disallowed via nachos entering the playing field or playing ice?
As ridiculous as it might sound, yes, I actually am. So Logan Thompson basically got interviewed after and talked about it and was like, yep, it was first for me. And don't get me wrong, I should have made the save, which is fair, but I couldn't tell what had just been thrown onto the ice, and it was very distracting. In a weird way, I actually kind of believe him. And look, I'm not a goalie, nor have I ever played goalie. When I played hockey, I was definitely not a goalie. But I do think there's something to be said about like when you talk about professional NHL netminders, They do a lot of work on reaction time. And with reaction time, that's really focused in on like focusing on one thing, right? And I think if you look at the state of the NHL now, the majority of goals that are scored are either because a goalie screened or because a puck is deflected. You see them every now and then, but you rarely see goals getting scored off of shots with nobody between the netminder and the goalie, other than obviously breakaway, shootout, whatever. So, do I buy that a random object being thrown on the ice unexpectedly coming towards him could distract an NHL goalie to giving up a save from a fucking 43-year-old man who's not known as a goal scorer in the league, who's having a career year in goal? I actually do. As weird as it is, I actually do think that the officials should have stopped the play, reviewed, seen that it was on the ice, and then gone off the rule to say that no, there was a distraction on the ice, we need to face off and take the goal off the board. So for me, as weird as it sounds, yeah, no, I actually think that Logan Thompson had a case. I don't think Corey Perry scores on Logan Thompson one-on-one in that scenario if there's no distraction.
Yeah, there was some unofficial like sightings because the camera was off that Perry went over to the sidelines with a Cracker Barrel gift card and was looking for a punch stamp. Nobody knew what the fuck he was talking about. Anyways, this is a time that we agree on this issue, but for different issues. Yeah, absolutely. I believe the young, very affluent man Logan Thompson should have. He has a case here, right?
He made it out of
Um,
Vegas alive. Props to him.
yeah. Um, Look, so if you're looking at the clip, I had to watch it like 5 times to kind of get what the hell was going on. Like the first 2 times, I was like, "Where the fuck are the nachos?" There's like, "Oh yeah, they're the fucker are." Yeah, and then I was like, "Okay, when did the nachos get thrown onto the ice?" And it's like the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there. Like, people are kind of like skating by, like, oh, look, there's fucking nachos. That looks fucking like maybe it would be delicious if they put some jalapenos in there. And then you got a guy over there, like, it's called Tickety, you know. So he's just yelling at his friends. And yeah. Um, uh,
This
yeah.
is a cerveza, sir. I don't drink beer anymore.
Not since
It says right on the can, cerveza. You are welcome, America.
it's exactly how that went. Um, uh, but there, those nachos were there not like immediately. They were there for a significant amount of playing time.
Yeah,
So I 100% put this on the one entity that we have agreed on multiple times on this show and others that have fucked up. This was 100% on the refs.
100%.
100 fucking percent. So you were kind of hinting at it. I'm going full on to it. The refs did not do their fucking job in this instance. And let's be honest, this is fucking embarrassing for the NHL. All right.
And not just that, but you could take that further to say in any league, right? Like if
Mm-hmm.
anything is thrown onto a playing surface ever in
Mm-hmm.
any sport, stop the game right away. I don't
Yeah.
care if the puck's at the other end of the ice. If something's thrown onto them, as soon as you get a chance before the puck comes back the other way, stop the game right then before it becomes an issue.
Yeah. Like going through this and thinking, back to sports that I know a hell of a lot better than hockey, the Padres in the playoffs last year at the Dodgers after Jerks and Profar, RIP, Padres legacy, and good luck with the Braves, I guess. After he makes that, like probably the best catch of the whole MLB postseason, and then like taunts the fans a little bit, they start throwing shit onto the field. And the umpire's just like, oh, well, it's the Dodgers. So, like, they can throw a beer bottle at Fernando Tatis because he's not Dodger. He no do good. It's the
Logic
same
there.
kind of shit, except for you can make an argument that maybe they were not aiming for a player with these nachos. Um, but once again, the refs are letting fans get away with too fucking much, right? I mean, we're not that far away from a Philadelphia Eagles game where they're like, well, I remember when I chucked Duracells. Let's see if I still got the fucking motion right.
Look at college football this year. Look at the fucking
Yeah.
Georgia game, where literally the game got stopped for 5 minutes. Texas Tech, Colorado this year got stopped because Texas Tech fans threw shit on the field because they didn't like Dion. Like, we've gotten to this point, and this is more of a societal thing. We've gotten to this point societally to where, like, I'm the most important, so fuck everybody else. I actually was having a conversation a little while ago, and I figured out the reason behind this, and this should have been my opening statement. We'll talk about it now. Do you want to know why societally we've gotten to this point?
Hmm. I don't know.
Netflix and Redbox, and here's the reason why. Back in the day, right? Back in the day when you and I were growing up, Blockbuster charged you if you didn't rewind your videotape. If you didn't rewind it, you got fined for it. You had to take accountability of, hey, I rented this video. I need to rewind it before I return it and be a good human being to help the next person and help society. Then suddenly, DVDs, Redbox, Netflix, I don't have to rewind shit anymore. Fuck the world. I don't need to worry about anybody but me. Fucking Blockbuster's downfall is the reason. It is the reason that shit is getting thrown onto the playing surface.
If you weren't on such a roll, I was going to stop you right there because this show has had the unofficial sponsor of the DVD rewinder. So
That's
slow your fucking roll there.
But nobody enforces it. Just because it exists doesn't mean that it has to be used. There's a difference. It's not the device, it's the enforcement.
This is fucking anarchy, man.
If
Um,
Netflix would, or Redbox would force you to use a DVD rewinder, society would be a better place.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can buy the there's a lot less accountability piece and hiding behind like online profiles a little bit more than Blockbuster's downfall for this. Mostly because they didn't look in the mirror too and take responsibility for what was happening in the entertainment industry, you can argue. But I along the same lines, I get where you're
All
going with it.
secondary points to the fact that nobody has to rewind a videotape anymore.
Be kind, rewind. Be kind, rewind.
See,
Um,
now there's nothing that rhymes with be kind, so nobody has to do it anymore.
yeah, there is. Be kind, DVD rewind. Yeah, there you go.
But
Uh,
nobody enforces it.
you apparently haven't been to my household lately.
Not recently enough.
I look at my dog and it's like, well, somebody had a great time watching Clerks 2 last night, didn't you? What did I wake up to when I
Oh,
wanted to? Whoa! You have a DVD of RRR? Holy shit! Yeah,
you
we might.
don't? All right.
I didn't know they existed. I probably can't afford it. Um,
If you have to ask, you definitely can't afford it.
I got to burn copies of that. Um,
13 rupees, which might be $1 or $5,000. I truly don't know.
so I guess that's one
Probably
way.
close to the first, but I really don't know.
So this is a throwaway answer. How else would you stop an opposing goalie? Ask them, hey, what's the conversion rate between rupees and US dollars?
I mean, that'll do it, honestly.
And if
Uh,
somebody gets that right, but how else would you distract
I
these
was just
evil
thinking back
members?
to a different Oilers game. I'd just have a chick in the crowd flash her boobs. Problem solved.
Wow, okay, that's it.
Well, that was my first one. I think that would be a good one.
Okay, well,
I think,
actually, I got two as well.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, these aren't really too much of uh, time wasters or whatever. Um, so the first one, going off of the nachos incident and how the refs don't do their job, I would have a long-standing conversation with the opposing keeper of, hey man, remember that one time that the ref actually got the call right early in the first period, and then do a literal play-by-play of how the ref actually did their job,
I like it.
blow their mind.
I
What's your
like it.
second?
I think I would just ask the opposing goalkeeper, "Hey man, can you skate backwards?" And he'd be like, "Wait, what?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, dude, see everybody else in the ice, all of them skate backwards. Can you skate backwards?" And he'd be like, "I don't know. I've never tried to do it before." It's like that's it's like asking somebody on a bicycle, "Can you bicycle backwards?" I don't know. Maybe I can. I've just never done it. And then you see him just trying to like poorly like skate backwards, just standing in place, trying to like kick out, and then the puck goes in the net.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that. Okay. So the second one is, oh God, you moved and the fucking face is now staring at me with
Yep.
the
Deal.
fucking tomato guy. Holy
Tom is
shit.
done.
No fucking pressure here. Okay, so my second
Don't let
one,
Tom stand down.
I'm not. So the second one comes by way of I don't think you were playing with us at this time for Winthrop lacrosse. But it was like the last game that I was ever going to play for lacrosse.
That
And
was not correct.
yeah. And so I was like, shit, I just have to have fucking fun with this. All right. Um, and so it's, I think we're getting smoked at the, something bad things have been
Oh,
happening.
you're definitely getting smoked at this point. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was Greensboro was the last, I don't remember. The
Betting it was
only
the first day and the last. That makes sense.
The only thing I remember from that fucking game was, for whatever reason, a guy who had many nicknames on our team that included Squidward as well as Jerry Seinfeld.
Mhm.
Um, he had the ball. It's down in the offensive zone. I'm just kind of standing there, and at the time, we were very much into some videos called Creed Shreds, which is very bad dubbing. And
I actually was around for this because this is the alumni game where we lost to a high school team.
no, this was before that. It had to have been.
I was around for this. I'm telling you, I was on the field when this
Well,
happened.
it was the last game though that I did play, so it still
The alumni
counts.
game. Yep, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So this. Yeah. Okay. So you were there. So um, yeah, so in the video, like, they have Creed shredding and it's very bad, like word dubbing, and so, or lip read dubbing. And it looks like at one point that Scott Stapp's character says, "Oh, you ain't gonna take off my glove." Yeah, and then they just play like shitty music, and then okay, so fast forward to this game, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna have fun, and this fucking high schooler just rips the glove off of Squidward while he has the ball. He's cradling it, so obviously that's a penalty, and I just yell out, "Oh yes, Squidward, don't take off your glove!" And I just really think if um the keeper, you just look at him and just be like, "You should take off your glove,"
Can't take off your glove.
and then just say just a bunch of like Creed lyrics like, "You can take your glove higher,"
Oh, yes, sir.
and then you fucking score on him and be like, "Yeah, bitch," and that would be it.
I like it. I like that strategy. I think there's a lot behind that.
Yeah, I mean, I like fucking with defenses a lot more. I mean, offenses and defenses if I could, but
It
they'd
depends
never
on the
trust
day.
me on offense. Yeah. Like, hey, if a team's like, all right, we're gonna run 14, and then the next time they're like, all right, we're gonna run 21, and then the next time they're like, all right, 35, then I'm going to start calling opposite plays to each side of the field than what the original person called and fuck with them.
Yeah.
So that was my strategy. It worked one time. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was
There
fun.
was one time you stopped wagon wheel, broken spoke, which is all you can really ever ask for.
And ran down the field. I told you, Bottle was gonna work. And then I gave away the ball immediately, like I always did. So
Yeah, yeah, you can't win them all. It's okay.
nope, I hated the grass monster. But
That's
I'll
all right.
but I'll tell you who loved the grass. Maybe not the monster. It is Poetry Slam's own Nardo Wick. I would
I
assume.
love the grass. Yeah, you're not wrong. Jacksonville's got some fine, fine grass.
Yes, they. Oh, Bermuda. Um, and
Oh, Kentucky Blue.
oh,
I wonder if there's a rap song called Kentucky Blue. Hang on, I might have a new Nardo.
Hank Hill rap song. Um, oh God, I'm gonna look that up. Hank Hill rap song. What? Oh yeah, I too have a new one if I can find the lyrics.
When I put in Kentucky Blue rap song, the first thing that comes up is called Scholarships by Drake and Future.
Nice. Okay. Well, do you want to go first?
I don't know because I'm reading through scholarships right now. Hang on.
Okay. Well, I'll go first for this one.
Please
Um,
do.
this is by a poet named Hank Hill from Strickland Propane that features Bobby Hill. That's his son there, and Jeffrey Boomhauer. You might just know him as Boomhauer. All right, Bobby, be quiet. This one is actually called propane. Propane. All right, Bobby, be quiet, cause your dad is gonna do a song on his favorite subject. All right, Dad. If you want a cheap fuel that's environmentally cool, propane.
Propane.
If you want to cook out, for me, there's no doubt it's propane.
Hmm. This is an old school cream song. Cocaine. I like it. I like it.
Please go by, please go by, please go by
Propane.
propane. Daddy, can I have my tape recorder back now? Bobby, as soon as I finish these two verses,
Oh, there's
that boy ain't
more.
right. Now go do your homework. If you got heating bill blues, then I got some good news. Propane. It burns efficient and clean. Just watch that blue flame. Propane. Please go by. Please go by. Please go by Strickland Propane. Yeah, man, I done tell you what, that dang old propane song, man. I tell you what, man, that Hank Cole's singing that, man, Eric Clapton. That dang old same record, man, talking about that propane. Man, that just that dang old Grammy, man.
Damn right.
So that is Propane by the poets Hank Hill, Bobby Hill, and Jeffrey Boomhauer. Mr. Boomhauser to you.
Mhm. I'm gonna go a very different direction than that. I've got a song called "Pop It Off" by Tyga and Lil Wayne, which Tyga, fun fact, fucked one of the Jenners pretty much before she was legal, and the world was just like, well, they're both rich, whatever, go for it. And now is having relations with Avril Lavigne, who used to be married to the lead singer of Nickelback. So there's just a lot going on there in his whole love life and his whole situation. Anyway, pop it off. Verse one goes, by Tyga, making love to the money, but I'm not in love. Gotta flock them birds, flyer than the dove. Yeah, I'm allergic to the L's, only breed dubs. She think I'm Usher, wanna make love in the club. Baby! Your
Baby.
last bad word, TLC, he a big scrub. I burn tens by the hundreds, hundred thousands of them. That doesn't even rhyme. High end to first class, skipping all the subjects. Bad words couldn't teach you shit, but teach you how to Dougie. Baby! So we can
Propane.
Pop Tarts Bowl. I could teach you how to make money, yeah. Take money. Now it's your money. Ha! Got the Phantom all white like a snow bunny, yeah. And I heard a bad word telling like his nose running, baby. And then we go into verse two, and it's heard a bitch back outside. Yeah, the streets calling. Bad words got COVID. I was still balling. I'm a trapaholic. You a alcoholic. Yeah. Difference is same shit, different toilet. Baby.
You got COVID off a toilet? What the fuck?
Trapaholic, alcoholic, COVID. Yeah. Got a new bitch calling, might ignore. Gotta keep 'em on their toes like I never knew 'em. I can't be loyal with a explorer. Fucking because chicks come after you when you drive a Ford Explorer. I can't be loyal with an Explorer. I'm like a lion when I eat. I only want more. Pop, bang, get the fucking on this pop thing. The pussy good, but I take a bitch with no name. That's the game. I'll sell a bitch a hoe dream. Do my thing, bad word. I ain't got no shame. Uh,
Wait. You're gonna take a bitch with no name? Is that a Game of Thrones reference to fucking Arya Stark, who's like
probably.
12?
Well, again, we talked about the fact they fucked a Jenner before she was legal. So yeah. Um,
Holy
Thanks, keeping up with
shit.
the Kardashians. And then finally, verse three, this one by Lil Wayne. Hot boy Tunichi, I'm popping. Bitch got a popcorn booty. Boobies, blowfish lips, I'm hootie. She blew me and she swallowed all that new me. Yeah, pop it off, baby. Feel like my dickhead needs some Tylenol. Oh, condom off. Bitch got a eye problem. Get her problem solved. Told Tiger that her pussy needs some Tiger Balm. Make her pop that pussy like a firearm. And I throw that dick, third time's the charm. Y'all gonna make Wheezy baby take the diaper off. Fucking with my bad word Tiger till the stripes come off. Moolah, baby.
Only wanna be with you.
Yoo-hoo.
Ah,
I do only want to be with you.
ah,
Oh,
oh yeah. You. Yeah, that's a fucking 90s band right
oh.
there. Oh man. It's like late 90s. Holy shit. Um,
Real.
yeah. A lot of lyrical fucking genius on this week's Nardo Wick. The other one I had was actually good too. Oh well. Next week, next time.
Yep.
If I find it and remember it. I'm not going to. Um, but we are going to talk about something you are going to remember next up. It's a very classic floral foolishness segment, if you will, kind of our bread and butter. So this past week, the NWSL announced a 16th franchise as the fine city of Denver, Colorado,
Fine
has
city.
is agreed to pay an NWSL record $110 million.
Even though ironically they'll probably play at Dick's, which is actually in Commerce City, not Denver, but whatever, it's okay.
It's a blast radius thing, you know. At least they're not playing in a different state. Fucking New Jersey Jets. Anyways, $110 million franchise fee to join the league for the soon to be named Denver team, which means their name is not set, which means we're going to tell them what to do so they're not like the fucking could be Utah Soakers but aren't. Um, and that would be
Could be
really weird.
Washington wild, wacky, inflatable arm tube, man. Yeah, we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of options here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give them a lot of options here as well. So, as always, we we got it lined up. And if it's your first time listening to this show, because it is season 2, and you're probably like, "Whoa, I heard from one of the 12 people about how great this show was." So
Man is really running her mouth.
yeah. So I'll give you kind of a throwaway one, all right? And if you're German, you're about to tune out. Um so
Well, we
like
made it through 35 minutes of season two. Oh well.
damn it. Anyways, so one of the names that we could theoretically come up with is the Denver cheeseburgers because some fucker in 1952 decided from Denver to patent a cheeseburger and claim that he invented it, even though it is a German food that's been around for a long time.
No, no, no. Das ist bad.
Nein, nein, nein. Das ist not good.
Das
Das
is
ist
not
bad.
good.
Ja.
You go to December, Germany, and you get a real cheeseburger. Das is not good.
Ja, you have the Dortmunder cheese and the ground beef, and I like to add in a little bit of the ground bacon. Yeah, it gives it a little bit of the je ne sais quoi. If I'm going to be a little French, yeah.
And then you take the soccer ball and you put it in the net.
Now we're talking about two different things.
Fucking rage.
That's
What it's all about. Hell yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna go, one by one, naming what we think the franchise should be called. And I'll just say, like, usually we work on these lists in our own ways. And usually there's like a point of sobriety with these lists. Sometimes there's like a point of
Speak
drunkenness
for
before these
yourself.
lists. That's why I said a point of drunkenness with these lists too. And then we like come back to them now, and some of them I'm just looking at them like, oh my god, there's like three of these that don't make sense already.
The best
Um,
kind. Yep.
yeah, so just for context, I'm coming into this with like 15 already decided. How about you?
I'm at like 17-ish, but yeah, for me, I did a lot of them sober, and then I did some of them drunk, and then I just was drunk without them for a while and came back, and I was like, wow, all of these are really stupid. And now that I'm drunker, I'm like, wow, actually, all these are awesome. Let's go.
Nice. Nice. I feel the same way.
Yep.
Yeah, so you got 17, so go ahead and start us off.
I will start us off. We'll go simple to start here. I've got the Denver Drunk Dudettes.
That's actually pretty fucking good. Holy shit.
The marketing sells itself.
Oh god. I can see the mascot is just a giant Sam Elliott face. Yeah. Yeah. That's wonderful. So my first one was the homeless herd.
That might be the most geographically accurate name of anyone that gets thrown out here.
If you've ever been to fucking Denver, you know what I'm talking about. Ever.
These damn prices are driving the homeless out to Commerce City. Ah. All right.
No, they're still in Denver. They're not in Commerce City. No.
This one has nothing to do with soccer or women. I just think it'd be a great name. I've got the Denver Dancing Donkeys.
God, there'd be so many hipsters that are just like, no, that's animal abuse, bruh.
Oh, wait, there'd be so many what?
Hipsters.
Oh, that's luckily my next name is the Denver Kicky Hoopster Hipsters.
All the fans go to the games, ironically.
I don't even like this sport. I'm just here to prove a point. We've ironically sold out this stadium 113 games in a row.
In the fan section is the homeless herd.
A lot of homeless hipsters in Denver. Ooh, 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 the homeless hipsters.
We've made it through three. We have 30.
Not even.
Fuck.
You've gone once so far.
No, I meant collectively. We've done three. We have 32.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Buckle up, brother buckaroos. Okay, so I have of course the Colorado dude walrus.
All right. I also have a Colorado. I've got the Colorado Lady Brewmasters.
That is timely because Denver, Colorado, for a city limit, brews more beer than anyone else in the United States.
There is more fucking breweries in Denver than the rest of the world combined, and that is a scientific fact.
You don't even have to throw a rock. You just look and there's a hipster at a brewery like, yeah, I'm here ironically.
Some of them are homeless, some of them are not.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah. You can guess what show I've been watching lately off of this next one. So the next one is the Denver Fighting. There are better tacos than Ella.
A lot of hikes in LA.
A lot of fires in Ella.
All right. The next one, they have to really hit in the expansion draft. If they hit in the expansion draft, this one works. I've got the Denver Dennis Rodman's daughters.
Trinity Rodman. Let's go.
Trinity!
Yes. Let's fucking go. Oh God, okay. So sidebar, I want to get her fucking like jersey signature just so I can have her father's and hers next to each other in my
Plays right
office.
down the road from me. Come hang out. We'll make it happen.
Oh fuck yeah, let's go.
Plays in Washington.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Okay, I'm in. Okay. So the next one is kind of a play on something that most people are when you think Denver, you're going to think of this fine monument. The Denver Demonic Pony Airport Tresses.
Oh, Lucifer.
I started off with like it's Lucifer stuff, and I was like, no, we just got to go stupid with this.
That's a great name. I would buy that just to make sure I wasn't haunted by him.
I wouldn't buy anything of that. I mean, it killed its creator for fuck's sakes.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Fuck that. I want to make sure that I'm not. I got to protect myself by having it on me. All right. This next one's in your honor. This is the Mike Stote special. I've got the Denver Diegies. The Denver San Diegies.
All the Colorado people love that one. It's not like Colorado and San Diego are rivals at baseball or anything. Mm, love that. Um, okay. Let's see which one's next. Do we want a fact or just stupid? I'll
Go
let you pick.
facts first. We'll go stupid last.
Okay. Oh, I mean the facts are stupid too. Fuck, I got actually a lot of facts. Okay, we'll come back to the. Nah, fuck it. We're just gonna go stupid now. Fuck it. I have the Colfax fighting knife fighters.
That is a fact. That is accurate. That is very accurate. Oh, Colfax Ave.
Yeah.
All right. This one has nothing to do with Denver. I just thought it would be a great name for a team as well. I've got the Denver Diabolical Djibouti Knights. So, just diabolical people from the continent slash city of Djibouti, apparently.
Oh shit. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, the mascot is just a knight and you know he doesn't miss he or she does not miss leg day. Yeah, or it. Yeah. Okay.
Them,
Yeah,
them,
them.
them does
Um
not miss like that.
Yep, them does not miss. Okay, so my next one is the Denver Vacuum Felons. Okay, the Denver Vacuum Felons, because in
Okay.
Denver, allegedly, it's illegal to lend a vacuum to a neighbor. It's a crime.
Fuck the world. Let's go.
Hey, neighbor, do you want this Dyson? Do that in front of a cop.
To
Show you're
be
a real
fair,
badass.
in any city, it should be illegal to loan a vacuum to a neighbor. Who the fuck's asking their neighbor to borrow a vacuum cleaner, you fucking sociopath?
Okay, on the flip side, in what city are people like, you know what? My neighbor needs this vacuum for a day.
You know what I think it is, in all seriousness? I think it's the homeless. The homeless always set up next to outdoor fucking charging ports. Don't know why, but if you just drive by a tent that the homeless are in, they're like plugged in their iPhone listening to fucking YouTube and shit. I think it's like, yeah, I can't loan it to the tent next to me to make their tent more tidy. Oh, the Denver tidy tents.
And for some reason, the mascot is Tony the Tiger.
The Denver tidy tents presented by Tony the Tiger.
They're
Okay.
great.
This one's an oldie that I've used before, but a goodie. I've got the Denver ba diggle ba badang badang diggy diggies.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Okay, so my next one is the Denver homeless tunnelers. All right. So there's allegedly an underground network of tunnels around Denver to move VIPs. And from previous firsthand experience, I know that anytime there's tunnels under a city, there are homeless people down there.
Supposedly coming from the airport is where those tunnels go. Yeah, fair.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I've got the Denver's Denny's Diner Grand Slammers, even though it's a different sport. I don't know what a grand slam is in soccer or women's soccer, but you can figure it out.
Somebody
Oh,
just
she got 4 shots off today. She snites Denny's dinner diner grand slammer.
team scores 4 goals. The grand slam is now only 2.99 instead of 4.99. All right, there you go.
The deal.
Um, yeah. So this one, um, yeah, the second string DC fighting Buffaloes. So there, that's a combination of two facts. Denver, on all of the federal documents, is actually the backup capital of the United States if DC falls for whatever reason. It goes to Denver.
Really?
Yeah. So that's part one.
Okay.
Part
Not
two.
Philadelphia or New York. Nope. Denver.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the whole idea is, like Colorado Springs, like the Air Force is out there. They have a lot of like infrastructure, like governmentally, and so anyway, so that's part one. Part two is the city of Denver
Space
actually
Force was out there too in Aurora. Let's not fucking forget them. Space Force would be closer to our new White House than the Air Force.
so it's to launch them to Mars. Okay. And the second part of it is the city is the explicit owner of two herds of buffaloes. For whatever reason, it's two herds of them, and Denver just owns them. So
That
I
aren't
was
even in Denver
yeah,
proper. They're probably out in like Greeley, which
yeah,
is nowhere near Denver.
yeah. And so I came up with the second string DC fighting buffaloes. Like combine them, and you might have something there. Yeah. Okay.
It's just a buffalo in a suit with an American flag pin. All right. This is my final throwaway one. I've got the Colorado Chupacabra Hunters.
Hey, doing God's work there.
Somebody
That's
has to. Oh,
yeah.
speaking of God's work, oh, I got you. Don't worry. I've got the Colorado Church of Messi.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Okay, so this one is where the fact is more weird than the name, but I have the Denver grave robbers. All right.
Yep. Yep.
Because Denver allegedly stole Buffalo Bill's corpse from Wyoming and brought it back to Denver.
Well, one's a real state, one's not.
Yeah, even though, and this was one I was thinking of using for a little bit. It's just a weird factoid. But actually, where Denver is now was supposed to be called Cheyenne, Wyoming, right? And apparently, like there was some like connection to this guy in the railroad. There was a little bit of corruption in there, and the guy was like, "No, we want to name this place like Denver after a former governor." Like for
Huh?
some of the western like territories at the time, and then actually rerouted the railroad from what we could think of as Cheyenne now out to Denver. So yeah, so you get a two for fact wise there.
Interesting. I like it. Um, I've got the Colorado kicky the balls until you don't kicky the balls so good no mores.
Kicking the balls and then the no kicking the balls so good. Yeah.
So off the air before we got on today, we talked about the idea of Giuseppe not understanding that Italian and Spanish are two different languages.
God damn it! I was going to
Uh,
bring that up. Oh
and
fuck.
I feel like that would be like Giuseppe would be like, oh yeah, I go kick you the ball today, don't kick you the ball, no good no more, amigo. And they'd be like, aren't you Italian? And he'd be like, no, essay, I'm not Italian.
Oh shit. Oh god. I'm glad we didn't go back down that road. It was fun though. Um yeah, okay. So my next one is the Headless Lakeside Thrill Seekers. Okay. Is there was a place called Lakeside and there was a roller coaster there that has beheaded 4 people all time.
Really?
So a little bit
True,
morbid.
true story. I've driven by Lakeside more times than I can count, and there's a theme park there that I have
Mm-hmm.
never seen a person in, and now I know why, and never knew why before.
It's beheaded 4 people.
I
So
don't know why they didn't stop at 3, but that makes sense. 4, I guess, is the limit. Okay.
yeah. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. Third time, maybe shame back on you. Fourth time's a pattern.
Fourth time, shame back on me, but that's the second time on me, so it's my fault now.
And I've lost two fingers. It's like, ew.
All right. I've got the Colorado Churrocopters. And when I was coming up with this in my mind, I was like, man, how would that even make sense? And I thought about it, and here's what I've got. It's a helicopter, and the helicopter blades are made of churros.
It's delicious and not economical.
It's delicious, and yet is very inefficient because the chopper can't get off the ground.
Oh shit.
But it smells so good for miles.
Mm, fried dough. So I've got four left. How many you got left?
One, two, three, four, five.
Five. Okay. We're gonna let you finish it up. So I'll
Okay.
go next.
Wait, no. If you got four and I got five, then I should go.
You should go. Okay.
Okay. I've got the Denver Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
It's a city that lies. It's a city that lies. Okay. So the next one, I, when I read this fact, you can hate me all you want, but this is fucking weird and stupid and shouldn't have been a thing. And
Actual truths.
I am bringing attention to this. Um, the Denver Swastika Acres, because this was an actual neighborhood name that was listed on real estate documents in the city of Denver until 2019.
Wow, that is a lot later than you would expect it to. Is COVID the reason that that got changed?
I
Did
don't
COVID do
know.
something good?
I, yes, because afterwards it's gone. So, yep. That was kind of a throwaway one, but hey, you know what? We educating at the same
That
time,
is
man.
a weird fact. I'm in favor of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read this one just as I wrote it, and I actually wrote it sober, but now that I'm not, it's funnier. I have the Denver driver's ed instructors, and then it says dot 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 tables.
Yes.
For anyone who hasn't seen, I think you should leave. Phenomenal show by Tim Robinson on Netflix. Check it out.
Oh my god, we really are on the same wavelength there, man. Oh fuck. So I flew back today and I'm on my way back to the airport and the cab driver was like kind of talking about something. I was zoning out. And then I was just all of a sudden just looking out the window and I just whispered, tables.
But what's her job? Don't ask that. Tables.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Okay. So which one is oh, these two are creepy. Okay, that's all right. So I have the Denver drive-by shooters
So
because
we're going back to Colfax. All right.
yeah. So the Colfax drive-by shooters, because the first recorded drive-by shooting allegedly happened in Denver.
Interesting. I would have thought Detroit's where the first car came from, but whatever. That works. I
Well,
like it.
first recorded, so yeah.
Sure. Sure. People in Detroit can't write. All right. Keep in mind this is a women's soccer league team, so I've got the Denver Dilf Slayers. Sellout crowd for the 79th straight time. Everyone in the crowd over the age of 50 for some odd reason.
Oh god, McDreamy's there. They hand out McDreamy masks to everybody who's like ugly.
McCreamy's on the outside, just not getting let in because he's too good looking. We don't need you scaring away our fan base, sir.
Do you like a
Put on a
locker?
shirt, you heathen.
Got some nice udders there. Uh, yes. Okay. So this one also is kind of creepy. We have the Denver formaldehyde heads. Because allegedly the heads of the first documented serial killers in Colorado, the Espinosa brothers, are allegedly stored in before mentioned underground tunnels under the state capitol to this day in formaldehyde. So
Like a weird thing to keep, but okay.
Yeah.
Um, well, not at all similar to the Espinosas. I've got the Colorado Caucasians aren't good at this. Probably less true on the women's side, but still somewhat true.
That really ties in well with the hipsters because they'd be like, if I cared, I'd be an expert at this.
I ironically suck at this game.
You guys try that new double IPA over there? It's like it's better than okay.
You scored a goal, whatever. I don't even care.
Uh, all right. So my last one on my list is the Denver Diaper Fiends. Because Chipotle was created in Denver.
Hmm, fair and good reason.
Yeah.
Chipotle is for real. My final one has nothing to actually do or tie in with the city of Denver, but it's the greatest name and it wins. And so go ahead and just pay me because I'm copywriting this shit. I've got the Denver Danky Kangs.
DK Danky Kang.
DK Danky Kang. Just grabbing those fucking rings, that blue hedgehog looking bastard.
Not even the same video game system.
Danky Kang.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So we've given the fine city of Denver a lot of real fucking bangers here.
You're welcome, Commerce City.
Yeah. You fucking enjoy that shit. Um, just like we enjoy this last segment, as we have for many, many years across multiple shows. It's time for the now very confused if he's Italian, Spanish, Mexican, Portuguese. He doesn't know. But what he does know is he's Giuseppe and the official sponsor of the Redo of the Week. Yeah.
Donde está la biblioteca Giuseppe? La biblioteca de Alfredo.
uh, this week, Giuseppe Stromboli's Redo of the Week is unofficially sponsored by Hander Pants. Yeah, in honor of the famous remake of the
I don't
popular
even
series
need to
of books.
notice. It's been another great week of floral foolishness.
Oh no, you're hearing what I wrote for this fucking thing. So yeah, for context, good old Wrangler was out wrangling some dragons and did not put in the unofficial sponsor of the week. And so I said, no, I've got this after I found this fucking hander pants bullshit. And this was the first time he's heard it, so that reaction was real.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So in honor of the famous remake of five series of books out of the UK, pool playing, bang noodle wielding, and absolutely confused about his ethnicity, New Jersey wizard
That's
with a
true. He's having
Giuseppe
an
Stromboli
existential
review.
crisis.
Yes. Again, unofficially sponsored by Hander Pants. Yeah, you know what comes next. Tired of your innocent hands being exposed to the peering eyes of the sinner bourgeoisie. We used a lot of really big words there, didn't we?
SAT, DK, SAT.
Okay, we got a fucking title now. D. And we're going to just spell out DK, parentheses, clap, SAT. There we go. That's a fucking title for you.
Yep.
Yep.
I really would have thought it would have come from our Denver fucking homeless herd, but nope, here we are.
I'm not even through the whole read that I wrote. Tired of your innocent hands being exposed to the peering eyes of the sinner bourgeoisie. With hander pants, we cover those palms while allowing your fingies and thumbs to breathe. and so for context too, the hander pants, They cover like the palm of your hand, but leave your fingers loose, and they're like tidy whities.
I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we're going this week to the sprawling metropolis of Antrim Township, Pennsylvania.
Massive.
Yeah, there's like dozens of people there, known for their one-room schoolhouses,
Off their website.
one-room true covered bridges. Ooh, very New England. And now dot 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 murder. Okay, not the last, but some dude did steal 100,000 eggs. 100,000 eggs, Mr. Powers, valued at a whopping $40,000.
Oh, it's grand larceny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Antrim Township cops did say that makes it a felony. Like, yeah, it's fucking $40,000 worth of eggs. Of course, that's a felony.
Mm-hmm. Anything over 20,000. Yep. We get the big police in.
That's
So
double that.
the 100,000 eggs were stolen from the back of a trailer. No suspects have been named or apprehended. Modern day Robin Hoods, baby.
Telling you.
So this week is simple. You don't want to pay $7 a carton. That was like a couple days ago number. So let's update that. You don't want to pay $10 a carton for eggs.
Fair.
How do you steal 100,000 eggs?
Yeah, so my first one, I need to give a shout out to a dude who's fucking hilarious. I saw Tom Segura live twice, and both times they had this dude open for him named Jeff Tate, who's absolutely fucking hysterical. Geoff. And Jeff Tate talked about how he was doing Duolingo and trying to learn French. And one of the first things they teach you in Duolingo is, hello, I am a horse. Also, are you a horse? And how just absolutely useful that is in the French language. I'm using Duolingo because I took 4 years of Spanish but don't know how to speak it. And so I thought maybe it'd be useful for me to go ahead and learn it today as I'm almost through like the fourth lesson. The actual sentence that had me translate today comes out to, I have an Italian friend. So for me, what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and speak just broken English and just keep yelling at people. I have an Italian friend. So as I'm taking just these eggs out of the back of this semi, because that's what happened, and they're like, "Sir, you can't do that." I'm just going to turn and go, "I have an Italian friend." And they'll be like, "Sir, I'm a police officer. You're not allowed to take these eggs." I have an Italian friend. They're going to be like, wow, I don't know if he even has an Italian friend, but he's pretty confident about it. So I feel like I shouldn't stop him. Let's just let him go at this point. Next thing you know, $40,000 worth of eggs later, me and my Italian friend just get away.
Some guy stumbles out of a car looking like Tony Soprano, just yelling at people. Yeah.
I've got an Italian friend.
uh, so you said you had two. Do you want me to give mine and then you wrap it up?
Yeah, sure. Fire away.
Yeah. Okay. So, mine is simple. Get 50,000 chickens. You
You don't
want a
even
hundred?
feel like at that point, you're just making it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So if this shit continues, like those chickens are going to keep pumping out shit. Um, like, okay. So like straight up my aunt and uncle out in Pennsylvania, also like middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. Like we went and like surprise visited them a little while ago, and they have a luxury fucking chicken coop.
I believe that.
I mean, like this thing was like built with all chicken comfort in mind. Like it has like multiple sections to it. It's better than people's houses, like fucking straight up, right? And so they're just like, yeah, whenever we want eggs, we just come back here, open it up, and fucking roll tide, man. It's like, yeah,
Roll damn sad.
yeah. So 50,000 chickens because Something tells me I'm going to pay a little bit less than $7 a chicken if I know the
Eggs
right
are
people.
$7 each, but chickens are 6.49.
Roll Tide, baby.
Roll damn tide.
Yeah. All right. What's your second one?
I like it. I like it. All right. So my second one, I need to go back to last week's episode because it's going to be relevant. And my second one's actually sitting on my shoulders as we speak right now. So the Tomaton, its job is it takes the tomato off its back and puts it in your mouth. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go ahead and have a Tomaton instead. It's gonna sit on the back of a chicken, similarly to you, right? Like I'm just gonna
Mhm.
have some chickens running around, but I need more of them because I get $40,000 worth. I'm gonna have like four chickens all wearing Tomatons, like small bite-sized Tomatons. As these chickens are running around, what it's gonna do is it's gonna punch the chicken and the chicken's going to shit out an egg. It's going to run around and grab it and then take the egg and put it in a backpack. And the Tomaton, which is supposed to be known for giving nutrients, it's actually going to weirdly kind of sort of do the opposite, but be more valuable than it's ever been in its life. Tomaton for the win.
So you're saying the Tomaton is like the fucking beta version of RoboCop?
I mean, he's not really solving crimes in Detroit, but otherwise, yes.
He's gonna event. I mean, he's abusing life though. Tomaton is abusing life.
to to take other life to sustain other life. I mean, that's kind of a Robin Hood situation. Tomaton's really Robin Hood when you think about it for chickens.
Yeah.
Take from the poor and give to the less poor.
Give him a tomato. It's like you're still poor. Here's a tomato. Oh,
Here's a tomato. I'm going to take all of your eggs. I'll give
fuck.
you one tomato for every six eggs.
God, the tomatoes are getting away with murder. Holy shit. Um,
You don't question Tomaton.
no, no, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, because you mentioned it earlier, I really want to go into like vaguely the precursors and the conversation that we had earlier.
Yeah.
All right. So you know, mentioned earlier, was on a flight earlier. And so, I'm on a flight. I'm bored for most of the day. So I'm just harassing people throughout the day and trying to get funny stories, catch up on shit. And so, asked about one of Wrangler's friends, right? And so
Hmm.
they're kind of out and, a part of the world where a crime of giant dumbassery occurred. We'll put it that way just to keep it vague enough, right?
Good way to put it.
um and let's put it this way: the crime is equivalent to like monkey see monkey do type of shit, right? But they got away with it, right? And so we from there talking about some individuals, and I was like, well, how is this person doing? And then, like, do you think they could do something similar? To which Wrangler responded, yeah, the guy might be able to, but, I don't really think the chick really could at all. Right. It's like, okay. Pushed a little bit back on that. And he's like, yeah, yeah, no, no, no. There's no way that she could do monkey see, monkey do type of shit. And it's like, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And then all of a sudden, a core memory was just recalled from our college experience. All right. So
Yep.
in college, I was a fucking dumbass. Holy shit. That just
You
doesn't
know, we all make mistakes.
yeah, I made
I'm
four
gonna drink
years.
another beer here at 11:14 p.m. We all make mistakes.
Yeah. I still got a full rum and ginger, man.
What, dude?
Yeah, we're fucking good. So in college, fucking the 4 years of my life wasted. So much academy training wasted, right? And so um seeing some individual who let's just say that reading was not the strong point or in the skill set.
You
All right.
know, in South Carolina, not everybody has this skill set. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're sitting around one night, Wrangler, myself, and this fine young lady, and god damn it. So it was like when the whole Wilford Brimley meme was coming out, right? And she had never seen this meme before.
I don't think she'd ever seen a computer before by her response, but yes, go ahead.
Yeah. And and so with that, we somehow get on the topic of cats. And I believe it was her doing because she was trying to relate it to something
Very much for doing, yes.
something tangible, right? But we were just like, no, we're
I
fucking
like
talking about
turtles. Yeah,
yeah,
no, it's essentially the equivalent of this.
yeah. And we were like, no, fuck no, we're talking about fucking diabetes, like fucking Wilford Brimley shit. And
Real
all
shit.
and then to remain relevant, she just comes out of like nowhere after Wrangler and I go on for about 10 minutes about how awesome Wilford Brimley is and like the diabetes. And all of a sudden she's just like, man, I wonder if a cat has ever had diabetes.
Yep.
I've There is a look I've never seen from you ever again. I have never seen just
You've chosen a better group of humans to be around such that I haven't had a reason for it.
dude. There was so much emotion behind this fucking like facial expression. It
I don't
was
know if I've ever felt so strongly about anything since.
no, there was confusion. There was uh, there was a glimpse of like, okay, he, Wrangler has respect for me, right? And there was like that was the only thing holding back what he really wanted to portray. And it was very thin, but it was there. It was like the one string holding back this fucking
I
just like
don't I don't
laughter
hide
out
facial
there.
emotions well. I
No,
just don't.
it was taking every bit of his fucking being to hold back from being like, did you just say cat diabetes? Fucking cat diabetes.
Whiskers has just got too much sugar in her tuna tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
And so from that, I mentioned, yeah, you remember cat diabetes? He's like, oh, fuck yeah, I remember cat diabetes. And then we came to the conclusion that we should have become vets
Yes, cat vets.
because we could have created the problem that only we could solve.
Cat diabetes.
That's right. That's right.
Or
And so,
iguana diabetes, parrot diabetes. There's a lot of options there. Toucan diabetes.
dear listener, just know across these United States that there is someone who, on their own free will and volition, has brought up feline diabetes. And roughly mm, 15 years later,
Give or take.
we talked about it and came up with we should have become vets so we could have introduced the problem of cat diabetes so we could have created the solution.
I wish we thought that way back then. Life would be so much simpler now.
Oh my God. We would make Elon look like a homeless person or the
He already
mascot.
does, but it's because he's a hoopster hipster. It's fine.
Yeah, amongst other words. Um, but with that, we're going to go ahead and call this one another week in the books of Floral Foolishness,
Forward.
where it's always island time. We thank you for joining us. Sorry for the bit of the hiatus.
My fault. My fault.
He was out getting injured, wrangling dragons. You don't get that nickname for nothing.
True. The dragons just tucker you out to where you sleep for 16 hours a night and then kind of almost throw up, but you can't because you weirdly just haven't thrown up in 9 years now.
9 years. Wow, good for you.
I know
And,
I'm too fucking as shocked as anybody for how much I drink. Fuck.
and also, don't copy what we do. We're professionals,
Yep. Do not try this at home or out in public or anywhere for that matter.
not even in your dreams, kids. So we thank you for joining us. Don't do what we do. And We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. This episode in particular, this was just a good rebonding moment, and you were here for it. Um,
It's been too long. Also, do I look like Tomaton? Fuck, I look like Tomaton. I don't like this.
there is a distinct lack of hair between both of us
What
now.
I'm saying, I don't like it at all.
I know. Fucking tomato slinging asshole Tomaton.
Him or
Mm.
me? Hang on. I will,
Tomaton.
I will slang some tomatoes.
Yeah, but you won't like feed them to somebody while they're running.
Probably not. I couldn't fit on their shoulders.
Yeah. Or you wouldn't do that if you could, though, because that's fucking weird. Anyways,
I don't know. I think riding on somebody's back, giving them tomatoes during a marathon would be weirdly actually kind of invigorating.
it feels like I ran with you. Shut the
That's
fuck up.
exactly my point. Oh, I need a tomato. Here you go. Keep running. You're doing great.
And then, like, when they're about to pass out right before the finish line, we should do a triathlon next. So you can still be on their back feeding them tomatoes while they're swimming.
Oh, on a bike, we'd be going so much faster. That sounds even
Ooh.
better.
On a bike, yes. The swimming part, you were just slowed way the fuck down.
You think there's probably not a copyright of me creating an automaton for a triathlon, right? This one's just for running. So really, this idea is ours.
Copyrighted.
We call it the Trionaton.
We'll call it Tron for short. Yes.
The
Yes.
Tomtron, the Tron Tom.
The Tron Tam. Heather Tron Tam. Heather Tron. I'm Mike Stotes. He's Dragon Wrangler. As always, you stay tropical. Bismarck, once again, second call out on this show, North Dakota.
Is marquee. Yup.
Bismarcky.